Hello everybody and welcome to our first Q&A. One of the members had this time the question, what can she do to improve the quality of her eggs? And we all know that the quality of the egg matters for conception and a healthy pregnancy. So let's talk about it, what you can do to improve it. So first of all, high quality eggs are more likely to be fertilized. They are more likely to develop into healthy embryos, and they're more likely to implant successfully into your uterus. And they're also less prone to chromosomal abnormalities. And those can unfortunately lead to miscarriages or development issues. So now what is going to be important for you to know is that there's a timeline for improvement of your egg. Because your egg undergoes a maturation process that lasts approximately, now it comes 3 to 4 months. So during this period, lifestyle changes, proper nutrition, and targeted interventions through supplementations, they can all support this egg's development. But patience is key because it takes time, 3 to 4 months. So now let's have a look at the common causes of poor egg quality. So number one on the list is obviously age. Because as we age, the egg quality naturally declines due to a decrease in the number of eggs and increased risk of chromosomal abnormalities, but also obviously as older we get, as more we are exposed to damages within our body, and our body had to, as longer it lives, as more it has to fight off toxins and illnesses, and it's literally wear and tear. However, it's very important to know that as well younger women can face poor egg quality if they have certain health conditions, and we come to that a bit later. Another factor is excessive oxidative stress that can damage the DNA within your egg, and that impacts their viability. And we also have chronic inflammation that can further harm your reproductive environment. Then we have hormonal imbalances like conditions like PCOS or insulin resistance that disrupt ovulation and egg maturation, and that leads again to lower quality eggs. And then, fairly underrated in the medical field, are nutrient deficiencies because a lack of essential vitamins and minerals, for example CoQ10 or omega-3s, they can impair egg development and mitochondrial function. And I don't know even if I have to say it, but obviously don't smoke and don't drink alcohol because that's not good for you. But we also have exposure to environmental factors you are not even in control of, because outside of us there are lots of toxins around us, on our food and in the air, and they can all negatively impact egg quality, and you just don't have even control over it. Some we do, some others we don't have control over. So the key processes that influence egg quality are your mitochondrial function, and then oxidative stress and the DNA damage, and then hormonal regulations, and then obviously as well lifestyle changes that can influence the health of your egg. Now let's have a look at the mitochondrial function. The mitochondria they are the powerhouse of the cell, and in the eggs they play a crucial role in energy production. Eggs require a significant amount of energy for successful cell division and embryo development. And if you have poor mitochondrial function, that can lead to insufficient energy, and that results in failed fertilization. So it's going to be really important that you support mitochondrial health through, for example, CoQ10. It's a really good supplement. And on top of that, proper nutrition. It's vital for improving the quality of your egg. Then we have oxidative stress that can occur when there's an imbalance between free radicals and antioxidants in your body. And if you have a lot of oxidative stress, it damages the DNA within your egg. And that's definitely not good and nothing what you want. So consuming antioxidant-rich foods is crucial. So think high vitamin C and E or selenium. So fruit and veggies, and for selenium, Brazil nuts, gonna all help you to neutralize free radicals, and they're protecting your egg from oxidative damage. Then a proper hormone balance is obviously also essential. The key hormones we're looking at are follicle stimulating hormone. They stimulate the growth of ovarian follicles. And then we have LH, luteinizing hormone, that triggers ovulation. And then we have estrogen and progesterone. They obviously regulate the menstrual cycle and prepare your uterus for implantation. And imbalances there, such as conditions like PCOS, it can disrupt this process. PCOS, for example, is where it can lead to high androgens. So androgens are your male hormones like testosterone, and that affects the egg development as well. And you gotta understand that when it comes to balancing your hormones, all your hormones are sort of synchronized. And if one is too high or too low, it has an effect on all the others. So getting the balance there right is gonna be really important. And then another really key factor is stress management, because chronic stress raises your cortisol levels, and it disrupts your hormonal balance. So again, cortisol is another hormone. So look after your stress management, practice mindfulness. This is what we're just doing at the moment. Meditate or do yoga. But also extremely important for that is a good sleep hygiene. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And I need to repeat myself there. Everything stands and falls with sleep. If you don't sleep properly, you will eat like crap the next day. You will feel stressed. Everything's going to be too hard. You will not feel like exercise. And it's literally like a ripple effect. Everything starts with sleep. So sleep, please. So then let's go over to nutrition for a healthy egg. So let's talk about the key nutrients. On top of the list, antioxidants. They help, as mentioned, combat oxidative stress. So vitamin C you find in fruit, especially citrus fruit and berries. Vitamin E, nuts, seeds and leafy greens. Then selenium, I've mentioned it, in Brazil nuts. And then we have zinc. Zinc you can find as well in pumpkin seeds. But beef liver is your best friend. If you can't stomach it, you can find it as well in steak. So when we talk about zinc, just think red meat. Red meat is good for you. And I don't care if anyone else tells you otherwise, it's bullcrap. Eat your meat, please. There are so many essential nutrients in there. You need that for a fertile body. And again, beef liver, I can't say I love beef liver. For the taste, at least not, but I do eat it. And I eat it because it's healthy. Although I don't want to get pregnant, but it's packed with things that your body craves. And no, you don't eat it every single day, because just think about it logically. Would you eat beef liver every single day out in nature? No, you wouldn't. So eat it 2 or 3 times a week in small amounts, because it's high in vitamin A and you don't want to overload yourself with vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential, really important as well, but it's packed with vitamin A. So it's just create a balance. But eat your beef liver, please. And if you can also eat chicken liver, obviously, and liver in general is really good. Liver, so if we take lamb liver or goat liver or beef liver, they all have a different nutrient panel in there, but they're all really good for you. Then we have CoQ10, which you also find in organ meats, beef liver, or heart, or any organ meats are good for you, because it enhances mitochondrial function. And again, very important for your cell. It boosts energy production, which is essential. Next one on the list is omega-3 fatty acids, and it reduces inflammation and supports hormonal balance. And you will hear me talk about omega-3 in the next few months all over again, because omega-3 is important for you. So eat your fish. Eat small fish like salmon or mackerel or sardines, because the smaller the fish, as less is the God, now I'm going blank. Mercury in there, heavy metals. Oh gosh. Anyway, So eat smaller fish. That's just a takeaway. Eat small fish. Then we have folate. Obviously, folate is important, not just for you, but especially for your child. But it is essential for DNA synthesis and repair during the maturation of the egg. And you find folate in leafy greens, lentils and avocados, and beef liver. Liver is your best friend. And when we talk about liver, next so important mineral is iron and B vitamins. They support ovulation and again the egg maturation by aiding in red blood cell production and energy metabolism. And they are found in beef liver, but as well in egg and in general meats. Why I like beef liver or meat in general, and if you pair it then with citrus fruit, it's going to be amazing for you, because iron needs to be absorbed by your body, and to be absorbed by your body it needs also vitamin C and copper, especially those two things. The other things as well, but those two things are extremely important. So if you don't have enough vitamin C and you do not have any copper, you can get an iron infusion, and that's a nice band-aid solution, but it will not reach your cells. So you do want that iron in your cells and not floating around in your blood. So eat your beef liver. Here we go. So now we talk about as well the foods to prioritize next to beef liver. Yeah, let's talk about that, because you can't eat beef liver all day long. On top of the list is, of course, your leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, they're all rich in folate and magnesium, and it supports DNA repair and hormonal balance. Then we have berries and citrus fruits, or just general fruits. They are full of antioxidants. Yeah, oranges and blueberries and strawberries and apples and whatever. Eat fruit. Aim for maybe 2 to 3 pieces of fruit every single day. And yes, even if you have PCOS, eat fruit. It's good for you. It's full of fiber. Fiber helps as well to slow down the digestion of sugar. So a little bit of fruit is good for you. Next, nuts and seeds. We have obviously almond, sunflower seeds, Brazil nuts. They provide vitamin E and selenium and also a bit of zinc. But then we have pumpkin seeds, and I like actually to balance them with flax seeds and with sesame seeds. So then this is where we talk about cycle syncing, but that's on another day. But yeah, they are also good. Then we have the fatty fish. We talked about it. Omega-3, fatty acids, small fish, salmon, sardines, mackerels are on top of the list because they reduce inflammation and improve as well the blood flow, improves blood flow to the ovaries, which is going to be important as well. And yes, and eggs and in general proteins, it's going to help you. It's going to help with insulin resistance as well, which then therefore has also a good effect on your eggs. And it delivers essential amino acids, which are important for cell repair and egg development. Then let's talk about the foods to limit. And now we are in our mindfulness course right now. And when I say limit, I don't mean avoid, I mean limit. But get your head around. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want it. There's no shortage of no food. Nobody says to you, you can't have anything of that. And I think I said it when we had our Zoom meeting. I like to classify the food into, we have edible food and we have nourishing food. So, and that means you can eat whatever you want, but some foods nourish your body tremendously and others don't do a thing for your health. And now we want to improve our fertility, and the things that doesn't improve our fertility, maybe we want to limit. So, processed foods, I don't have to say it, you know it, but anything processed pretty much anything what comes in a package and has an ingredient list longer than 2 or 3 items. Yeah, they are high in trans fats and refined sugars, artificial additives. They all increase inflammation and oxidative stress. And you know it, obviously I know it, but do yourself a favor and go into your pantry and check your pantry and look in the ingredient list and how often you find something that maybe has just 1 or 2 ingredients on there or 3. Can you read all the ingredients on there? Do you know what they are? If you don't, consider chucking it out. And buy it if you have a massive craving, because if it's not there, you can't eat it. Again, you can have it whenever you want it. Nobody's saying you can't have it, but limiting it is going to be beneficial for you. And sometimes I personally, the food that is really, really hard for me to not eat, and I know it might not be as beneficial for me to have that so it might be not beneficial for me to have it every single day. And I know as well I can't control myself. I mean, these days I don't have that anymore, very much to be honest, because I've worked on my mindset so badly. But I went through a phase, and I've talked about this as well, where I couldn't control myself. And if it's not there, if it's not in reach, in your eyes, in your mind, well, what do you want to do if it's 10 o'clock at night and shops are closed? I know there are always possibilities, but you're most likely then to say, well, then let's eat an apple. And that'll do. And you'll be happy about it. It's going to be fine. Anyhow, so then obviously I don't have to talk about alcohol and caffeine. A little bit of alcohol. A little bit of caffeine is not a problem. Yeah, stick to 1 cup a day and it's going to be fine. I mean, if people wouldn't be able to get pregnant with coffee, the world would had no babies. So, and alcohol, and again, it's in excess. Excessive alcohol disrupts your hormonal balance as well if you drink 5 coffee a day. So limit it to moderate consumption. Moderate, please. And if you can't moderate alcohol, then, well, that's not the right place to be anyway. Good. So let's talk about supplementation. We have some key supplements to improve the quality of your egg. And I've talked already about CoQ10, which boosts mitochondrial energy production, which is essential for the maturation of your egg and for the division. So, and as you age, the mitochondrial function declines. So CoQ10 has been proven to help. So it's going to be really good for you. Then we have N-acetylcysteine, one of my favorite supplements, because it supports liver detoxification and it acts as a powerful antioxidant and it reduces oxidative stress. Again, oxidative stress can damage the DNA. So NHC can help to protect. Next one on the list is vitamin D. So if you really can't get out into the sun, and it might not be enough anyway for half an hour to get out, vitamin D is going to be important for you. It regulates your hormone function and supports overall reproductive health. It's actually a hormone in itself. So, and deficiency is linked to poor ovarian function and reduced fertility. So, and when it comes to the dosage, you should be aiming higher than probably recommended. So I take at least 2,000 to 4,000 I use daily, but maybe you want to confirm with a blood test to adjust those things as needed. Next on the list, we have myo-inositol. Inositol balances insulin levels, and that improves ovarian function. So this is especially beneficial for women with PCOS, but also if you, let's say if you're struggling with, you're carrying all your weight around your abdomen, and you have a waist to hip ratio that's higher than 0.85. If that is the ratio is higher, it indicates insulin resistance. So if you are insulin resistant, inositol. Inositol is really good for this. Then obviously we have prenatal vitamins that provide nutrients like folate, and please opt for a prenatal that is including folate, not folic acid. Because folic acid, if you have a mutation that's called MTHFR mutation, you can't process folic acid in your body, and 30 to 40% approximately of the population have that and goes undetected. So just opt for folate and you're safe. And so that's going to be important. So I like really, really well the prenatal of Seeking Health. It's the optimal prenatal. Seeking Health, optimal prenatal, and 4 tablets in the morning, 4 in the night. That's great. That's probably one of my favorites, yes, if not my favorite. Okay, so, but important note as well, obviously, when it comes to supplement, please just bear in mind, I am not a doctor. Yeah, I'm a nutrition health coach. So all the recommendations I give you, you should be consulting a healthcare provider before you're starting any new supplements. It's up to you, obviously, but this is what I recommend. And so just to ensure that you're safe and it's appropriate for your specific needs, especially if you do IVF, some supplements can interfere with others. Other than the ones I have just mentioned, there should not be any interference. But better be safe than sorry. Better, yeah, as always, check with your healthcare provider. And also, please remember, supplements work best when they're combined with a nutrient-rich diet and healthy lifestyle practices. Supplements are not a replacement for good nutrition. It can't. So they are just on top of everything to help you a little bit more along the way. Your diet's gonna be key, absolute key. So let's take a deep breath at the end. And yeah, I hope that helped a little bit. I hope the key takeaway for you is that you know that the quality of your eggs can improve with the right approach, and especially when you combine nutrition and your lifestyle changes and targeted supplementation. So if you have any more questions, just let me know. And yeah, I think that's it. Be kind to yourself.